What is up, YouTube? That's it here, and today I'm super duper excited to be bringing you guys some Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl BDSP VGC content in-game, not on Showdown. We're going to be playing VGC against other high-level competitive players using various different codes. We're going to be playing on the 2021/2022 code that Moxie Boosted and Aaron Zhang used. We're going to be playing against other people in Facebook groups. We're going to be all over the place trying to find the best players to play against. And we're using a team made up exclusively of sets I have for singles. We don't have for techs. We don't have fake outs. This is basically all I have. And I want to direct you guys to the question of the day. If there's enough people that want to see VGC content on this channel, I'll start trying to breed mons for VGC, getting the correct EV spreads, IVs, and egg moves. If you guys want to see it, let me know. This is your one chance to do it. So if you guys want to see VGC content in supplement, in addition to singles, I guess, this is your one chance to let me know. And while you're letting me know if you want to see VGC in BDSP or VGC in Sword and Shield. Which one you want to see? This is your one chance to vote. Maybe I'll give you guys one more chance a little bit later, but this is your chance. So if you guys want to see more games like this, the ones that we're going to be featuring today, think about letting me know. If you want to just see singles, that's also completely fine. I love singles, and I have no problem uploading singles until no one's watching the channel anymore. But without further ado, we're going to hop right on into these games and see if we can even beat anybody with this team. It's straight singles mons. We're hitting hard, we're hitting fast, and we're hopping right into the games. Here we go. Alright, here we are playing my very first BDSP VGC game in the actual game. What do I want to do against this? Slacking's kind of cool. I wonder what that thing's going to do. I wonder if it's like a choice band. Choice band Giga Impact slacking isn't even bad. You don't really need to use a Weezing because it would have to recharge from Giga Impact every turn, so it can just spam Giga Impact. I do think a cool thing we have is Butterfree. Butterfree's a great option. Note that team doesn't have any major ground weaknesses, so our mons that really abuse Earthquake, like Garchomp and Gyarados, aren't going to be as viable. Let's see. I don't think there's a problem with leading Rotom. I think something like Rotom and Typhlosion can actually be really good, because if Typhlosion pins most of those, the only thing it doesn't really pin is Omastar, and Rotom can definitely take that out. And then we Volt Switch into something like Garchomp, just to seal up the deal with a big Earthquake. And we want to bring in one Mon that's just great versus everything, and I'm going to think that that's probably Gyarados. It's probably going to be Gyarados over Butterfree, I'm going to think. Butterfree's so cool, though. Butterfree's not going to be fast enough to hang with these guys. And Gyarados has a Lumberry, which means if they want to go for a Will-O-Wisp with the Sableye, we're going to be fine. Hopefully they don't bring 6! We're actually looking for battles in a Facebook group right now with this guy. I asked for a VGC game, and he's like, you want to play doubles? And I was like, yes. And I was like, bring 6, pick 4. He's like, sure. And I was like, okay, bring 6. He said, no Ubers. I said, no Ubers. And I'm like, make sure to bring 6, pick 4. He picked 4. Praise Facebook groups. So they can totally quash me here. I don't think that's the end of the world. Like we did talk about, the power of Volt Switch here is huge. Being able to keep up pressure. So we're gonna be able to Volt Switch versus X-Cloud, go for an Eruption, and then from there bring in Garchomp or something, and then switch out the Typhlosion for the Rotom or a Gyarados and go for a second Earthquake. Super good. And the fact that we live with 2 special attackers means we're not really afraid of Will-O-Wisp, which is really nice. Worst thing that happens to us here is they quash our Typhlosion and go for a Hyper Voice. And even if they do that, we still get to bring in 2 big mons. We get to Volt Switch in something, and it's not the end of the world. So there's the quash. Correct play, quash. I don't care about this Hyper Voice. I really don't care about it that much. It's going to be a lot of damage. This is a Specs Rotom, so bet they didn't expect that damage. No, I'm saying. So as long as I don't KO our Typhlosion, we're going to be good. I think we're bringing the Garchomp because it has leftovers, so any damage we take will be able to soak and heal, which is really nice. So we'll be able to put those leftovers to work. And again, these are all my single sets. Boom Burst. They're hitting the Sableye slot too, so that's really cool. Really good tech. Typhlosion's not dead, and it's actually really good that Typhlosion's not dead. Oh man, were they? I think they thought that they were, they're scrappy right now. They just one-shotted their Sableye. That's funny. That would have worked if they weren't scrappy. Holy moly. You'll love to see that. I'm going to save this Typhlosion in the back. I'm going to switch out so I can come back out and then Scarf Flamethrower later. But Quash was great tech there. I like that a lot. So let's see. Earthquake should be able to finish off the X-Cloud. We'll be able to chunk the Clefable. And then I'm just going to switch in. We've already shown Rotom, so I don't mind showing Rotom. Saving Gyarados' Intimidate for later on in the game. So big EQ there. And we just want to save the Intimidate for the last couple months. Or the last mon in general. That's funny. They're scrappy X-Cloud. Just one shot at their teammate. Yo, that's what makes VGC a fun game and very, very different from singles. Games are very fast paced. Even if they want to go for a follow me, we're using a ton of AoE moves on this team. And we should be able to get the 4-stock here. Maybe they go for like a Moonblast or Ice Beam with Clefable and the Garchomp, but they're not going to be faster than us, so we should be able to get away with this. So Typhlosion switches out. You'll love to see it. In for the Rotom, a Levitate Pokemon. We're doing our best with the singles mons that we have, so Levitate's going to avoid the damage. Hopefully we can kill this X-Cloud. Please go away. You'll love to see that. And let's see the Moonblast. Let's see that Moonblast, though. Dazzling Gleam. Yo, made for doubles tech. I like it. That's free damage on Rotom. That's absolutely free damage on Rotom. That's good stuff. That's good tech. Ain't no one complained about that. Now let's see. I bet my Thunderbolt would do a lot there. I think Thunderbolt plus EQ actually can KO that Clefable. So I'm going to come with the Gyarados. It's going to be able to Intimidate, and if for some reason we need to switch something, like maybe we Volt Switch Rotom, Hard Switch out Gyarados for Typhlosion, borrow the Typhlosion, and then get to double send out Gyarados if it was something worth intimidating. So we'll be able to really, really value up here. I think we're just going to double into the Clefable. Or should we double into the guard? If they get up a Trick Room, we're actually in a really weird spot. And I guess by doubling into that Gardevoir slot, like we're not really that afraid of the Clefable, it stops them from Trick Rooming. So if we were to go like Waterfall plus Thunderbolt into that slot, it should be okay. Again, if they go for a Protect, like Thunderbolt or something into our Gyarados, that means their Protect's down for next turn, and then we just send out the Typhlosion and abuse that. So we should be good to go here. There's the Protect and Clefable. See, it's the correct play to respect the Gardevoir in this situation because we want to stop them from using Trick Room, right? That's a #1 thing we want to stop them from doing. Hopefully we can. If we can't, that's not that great. But it looks like we can. The correct plays wins the day. This guy has Protect, Dazzling Gleam. You can see he has the correct moves, which is great. I'm glad we're actually playing against like competitive people on Facebook. If you guys are a part of Facebook groups that do double battles, please let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear more about them. We're just going to go for more Waterfalls and Thunderbolts, and I'm going to win my first game in BDSP VGC using singles mons. I don't have Protect. I don't have Fake Out. I don't have anything, okay? I'm trying my best with what I have. It's so hard to get mons made for VGC that I'm kind of just making do with what I have. But you know what? It's fun playing a little bit of VGC. Sometimes it's fun to do bad things, right? And you know what? I just want to say thank you to Akeem for actually agreeing to this game. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let's go into another one and see if we can keep up the win streak. Here we go. All right, here we go. Another amazing VGC battle. Gotta respect Jinx. Jinx is actually a pretty decent Pokemon. Has good coverage. If it's like Scarf, it outspeeds Garchomp. It gets Fake Out, Nasty Plot, Lovely Kiss. Really good stuff from Jinx. As well as like having Dry Skin as an ability. Very, very underrated Pokemon. I think we want to lead Typhlosion. And let's talk about, I actually think that like Typhlosion Rotom is like not a bad team. I really just think it's a good team. Because like anything that would wall the Typhlosion, like the Golduck, we just bring Rotom against. So it's a pretty solid squad. I don't really have a problem going Garchomp because they don't have any fairies. Obviously they have a couple flying types in like Honchkrow and Crobat, so we don't really want to Earthquake those. But, you know, we force things like the Golduck to pack Ice Beam, and then they'd have to eat like a Dragon Claw or an Earthquake first, so it's a pretty good mon. Also, like Garchomp's pretty good tech against things like Sceptile and, you know, even the Ampharos and stuff like that. So Garchomp's great. And I think my last mon, we could bring Breloom for a little bit of priority, but I think that Gyarados is going to be a great mon. Just being able to switch on that Golduck, being able to alleviate some pressure, while also like, Gyarados is okay. I'm going to bring the Butterfree, I think. I think Butterfree might be just a little bit more valuable. Being able to potentially like Quiver, because this is my singles set, we might be able to Quiver to like outspeed Jinx and things like that, and then just be a big bully. So I'll bring the Butterfree. We don't really need the Intimidates here. Remember, the Crobat has Inner Focus, so we can't Intimidate. So Jinx Golduck. What are we going to do? We talked about what we're going to be doing. We're going to be going for Eruption, and then we're going to be Volt Switching. So hopefully we outspeed the Golduck. I think Golduck's base speed is 80-ish. It's in the 80s. So we should be able to Volt Switch there with a full speed Rotom. And then we're going to bring in probably our Butterfree. We might just keep the Rotom in. I think Eruption's fine. And I'll Volt Switch. Eruption plus Volt Switch should be able to take out Golduck from like a Choice Specs Rotom. So it should be good. Let's go. Who are you going to be using Fake Out on? There's the Fake Out. Survey says correct targeting. Thunderbolt would have KO'd this Golduck, I think. But the Volt Switch might also KO. Let's see. That's smoking damage on this Rotom. Yo, nice Fake Out, bro. Never even heard of it. Let's go. Butterfree's a good switch in here. Their team is relatively slow, so if they bring out like Ampharos, we just outspeed that. If they bring out Crobat, that's fine. I'm gonna bring in the. Do I want to bring in Garchomp? The Jinx is right there. I'm bringing the Butterfree. I think Butterfree's fine. Because Butterfree can just let me ignore things like Haunch Crow. We can just Sleep Powder it, obviously. So let's go. What are you bringing in? What are you bringing in? And we have our Rotom in the back. That was so much damage against that Golduck. Yo, Rotom busted out here. Let's see. I'm assuming the Sash might be on the Jinx. There's a Haunch Guard, so it's almost like I play the game. So they can totally go for the Sucker Punch. I have absolutely no problem with them going for the Sucker Punch. But if they do that, they're going to get put to sleep. And the way sleep works is they're not even going to be starting their sleep turns if they go for the Sucker Punch and the Typhlosion. So they'll go for Sucker Punch, get put to sleep, haven't even started their sleep turns, and we'll be in a really good spot. This should be able to break the Jinx's Sash, which means Garchomp can come in and just be a big bully. And I generally think this is going to be a winning position for us overall. This will be able to KO the Jinx or at the very least clock Sash. Remember, Jinx normally carries dry skin, which means it's weak, basically. It's like double weak against fire attacks, right? So even if for some reason they do Sucker Punch, oh, they're switching. They're already down the Golduck. They don't really have any good switch-ins. Ampharos is okay. Let's see. Are they Sucker Punching here? Nope, they're not. They're just going to eat it. They're just going to eat it. Now, if this was a doubles Butterfree, I would have definitely Rage Powdered this turn. But because it still would have got me a winning position. It still would have got me a winning position. Looks like we do outspeed that Haunch Crow, which is absolutely amazing. And let's see how much damage we did to the Ampharos. We did over half, which means we can actually just click Eruption again. And if we do the same amount of damage to Ampharos, note that it wasn't holding a Citrus Berry or Leftovers or anything, we can just Quiver here and be an absolutely massive bully. Oh my goodness. The battle was canceled? Easy peasy. Yo, these games, these VGC games, they be going quick. They be going super quick. And you know what? We have time for a couple more. So let's hop in a couple more games. All right, that looks like a super solid team. Very similar cores. Garchomp, Breloom, Fire-type, Rotom. Solid stuff. Let's see. I think Typhlosion is going to be really important to bring. So I don't mind leading with Typhlosion, to be completely honest. I don't mind leading with it. I think Typhlosion Rotom's a solid lead. I don't necessarily see a problem there. Gyarados is going to be kind of hard to use just because of the Rotom, so maybe we want to go Breloom? No, I think Garchomp's still really good. And then if Gyarados comes in, we can taunt a lot of those. I think Gyarados, like, just kind of wins versus their Garchomp. I don't necessarily think we need Butterfree. Butterfree's cool, I don't necessarily think we need it. So let's see how this team does. Man, there's some solid teams on here. There's some solid teams. The fact that I'm playing with a singles team makes this so hard. I don't have any fake outs. I don't have any protects, man. It's so hard. It's so hard. It's never been easy. But we're doing our absolute best. Let's see. Rotom, Gardevoir. So we're both leading Rotom. And I think we're going to be in an okay spot. So what's going to happen here? It's not going to be Trick Room, right? It's not going to be Trick Room. The team's too fast. And I think that's a Telepathy Gardevoir because it didn't trace any of my abilities. So it's probably like a discharge play. So I'm going to switch in my Garchomp here. Because I think they're going to be discharging. And I think I'm just going to open up with like... I'm going to Thunderbolt that Rotom. I think that's probably the right play. It might be better to go for a Hydro. In case like we let them Volt Switch first. But I'm assuming I'm faster than them. And I'd like to stick this damage and see if there's Citrus or Leftovers. There's the Psychic. Okay. And they're faster than my Rotom, which means they're Scarfed. They don't know that I know that. But it means they're Scarfed. So that means they're going to be faster than my Garchomp as well. They are Citrus, just like I said. I was able to scout that correctly. But that's a lot of damage. And let's see the Discharge. Nasty Plot. All right. That's greedy. No, it's not greedy. It's a good play. But we got our Garchomp in relatively safe. And remember, they're stuck using Psychic. We get a Leftovers proc. I don't hate this for us. Are they going to Psychic me? I think we can do it after that Rotom with another Thunderbolt. We could double into the Guard next turn and just ignore the Rotom? No, I don't think that's the right play. Because if they're Scarf Guard and stuck using Psychic, Typhlosion can just come out and end them. Do we want to sub here? This stops them from being able to Intimidate correctly. Earthquake seals the deal for Eruption. I'll do that. I'll Earthquake. It also could potentially chunk like a Garchomp switching in to block the damage. Could also just double into the Guard and try and take it out. I actually don't mind that play. Because I can just take out that Rotom kind of whenever I feel like it. Yeah! Look at me! Oh my goodness, the VGC player within me is strong. You can go after my Garchomp, I don't think it KOs. Just kidding. Ow. Can you not? That hurts, you know? That hurts. I'm surprised that KO'd. Didn't really, it means the last one was a low roll. But now you're within range for a absolutely massive eruption. That's what we call this. We call this the massive eruption, the biggest pin the world's ever seen. And remember how we said we have our Gyarados in the back just to check their Garchomp. Like, just straight up. Like, you don't want to switch in on this, and then I just switch out the Typhlosion for Gyarados getting Intimidate and then repin you. So we're in a great spot here. So hopefully we can take out this Rotom here. Eruption! Massive. Big damage for sure, Rotom. KOing the guard. And hopefully this takes it out. And so your last two are probably going to be Garchomp and... what would be the worst one? Maybe Breloom? Maybe Arcanine? You had... Scissor's. Scissor's not coming. Our team's just not weak to Scizor, so it's not Scizor. There's the Garchomp we talked about. And Arcanine. Arcanine. So they can't really Earthquake here. Just because, like, we have, well, we have what we need. Let me think about this. Do we choose the Earthquake? No, we need to switch the Rotom out, don't we? Because we need to make the Rotom able to Thunderbolt. Or, sorry, able to Hydro. So, actually, the right play is Eruption and switch out Rotom, not switch out Typhlosion. So, we're going to get a double Intimidate, massive value here. They might just go Protect with their Arcanine, but then the Protect will be on cooldown. And then we just send out the Rotom, basically win the game. So we're in a pretty decent spot here. You'll love to see it. Here we go. Value double Intimidate. And even if you have the Will-O-Wisp, remember we are rocking a Lumberry Gyarados. So let's see what you're working with here. Garchomp's protecting. Yeah, we're not going after that guy. Sorry, buddy. Sorry! I'm not doing that much to your Typhlosion, sorry, to your Arcanine either. But, like, I'm in a pretty decent spot here. Big Eruption. No Flash Fire. You do resist it, but let's see if it's lefties. Snarl. Ooh, Miss Snarl. Never lucky. That's some unlucky lucky here. I think it might be actually a right play to switch out Gyarados, like hard switch it, and just bring back in the Rotom, and then Volt Switch into the Arcanine. So like 2 Eruptions plus a Volt Switch should be able to get me a KO, and then I'll be fine. Like, we don't have to be a big bully with this Gyarados just yet. Because right now, like, I don't want to get Rock Slid. That's, even at -1, that still does a lot. I don't have to take that. You know, I don't have to deal with that damage. And if you KO the Typhlosion here with like an Earthquake and wanted to protect your Arcanine, well then I just bring out Gyarados. You know, there's the Rock Slide right there. It's almost like I play the game. Like, we can just soak that damage with some other stuff and be totally fine. There's the Snarl. Yeah, we're just gonna Volt Switch here. I think this is a fine turn to Volt Switch. Critical hit on Typhlosion. Oh, never lucky. Sorry, we're gonna switch out Typhlosion for Gyarados to get a second Intimidate. We're gonna Volt Switch our we're gonna Volt Switch into the Arcanine, I think. And I think that's probably the right play. And then we're gonna bring out the Typhlosion and we're gonna Hyper Beam that Garchomp right in the kiss, right in the face. Perfect. Right? Is that correct? That is. Yeah, I don't see a situation where that backfires. I mean, it might. Who knows? I don't know what's gonna happen, but I think it'll be funny. So come out with the Gyarados. Hopefully, don't. The only situation where this is bad is if like they crit the Rock Slide through the double Intimidate. That's the situation where this gets bad. But that would happen regardless if we switched it in or if we just brought it in and got crit normally. Look how much damage that does. It's nothing. It's weak. And the fact that like we're faster here means we're gonna be able to Volt Switch out. They're very low. Looks like it's a Pinch Berry, so maybe like a Wiki or like a Mago Berry or a Figgy. Mago, there it is. There we go. So back into the Typhlosion. Let's see what they're actually using here. They already used their Rock Slide. They might just be Snarling again. I will Hyper Beam the crap out of that Garchomp, and it'll be hilarious. Show me Snarl again. Snarl again. Alright, I'm still gonna do it. Yo, you know what I'm about. Crit my Typhlosion again. Can you not crit my Typhlosion every game? Holy moly. Like, where's the fire attacks, bro? I'm trying to get my Flash Fire procs out here. Let's see. At -1, does Hyper Beam do enough? Actually, I'm gonna Dragon Dance this turn because if that Garchomp does, like, protect and play really weird, like, we're totally fine. I'm Hyper Beaming. I'm doing it. I'm just gonna do it. I did it. It's done. E-Speed. Go for it, Chief. Not enough. Hyper Beam. Let's go. The damage DPS. Let's freaking go. Don't crit me, bro. Yeah, and that's not it. You can E-Speed my Gyarados, but you're double intimidated, right? You're double intimidated. We just bring out the Rotom. We Thunderbolt the Arcanine. We Waterfall the Garchomp and we win the game. E-Speed has to crit my Gyarados, I think. I don't think E-Speed crit kills the Rotom. remember crits go through stat drops and stuff like that. So like E-Speed crit would KO. I guess that means it's technically the right play to use Hydro Pump here. Obviously Hydro Pump can miss, but it's technically the right play because we wouldn't be locked into like a terrible move. So we're gonna Waterfall here, and you know, obviously we have to hit the Garchomp with something. So like I guess it's correct slightly to use Hydro Pump here because we don't want to get crit by E-Speed. Battle's canceled. We'll take the wins. Hyper Beam Typhlosion. Making plays in VGC. Absolutely love to see that. Holy moly. This format's crazy. I really do need to get building some VGC teams. I really need to get building some VGC teams. I have absolutely no mons built for VGC yet. So if you guys want to see more VGC, think about letting me know in the comments below. Maybe if you have some Pokemon you want to see me feature, some sets you want to see me feature in-game. I'm going to start breeding Pokemon for BDSP VGC games probably right after this video. So I'll be taking suggestions from you wonderful people in the chat. Other than that, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you're excited to see more VGC action. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.